Hello, good evening, and welcome back to the Spirit of Watercolor. And yes, we're continuing, and I'm still working on that painting that's a non-representational piece that just looks like colors on the paper that I'm going to turn this into an abstract. So stay tuned, this will be coming toward the end of this week. It's happening. I'm getting it all planned out, and then we'll do it. I'll tape it, and then you'll be able to try this yourself. Part 1 you can go back to and watch, because that's where I created that non-representational piece and explain what that is. And then I do explain a little also there what abstract is. And this is one way to create an abstract. There's more than one way, and we'll talk about that too in the next video. This is just one way of abstracting and making abstract art, okay? Where, like I said, like you take a non-representational piece and you see something in it and you enhance that till you actually see it in there and it's an abstracted piece. Okay. Now I'm going to do our artist quote for this week, and this is artist quote number 6. And this one goes way back. This is by Leonardo da Vinci. And forgive my vision because it is weird, as you know, for reading mainly. And I've written these down in my little notebook here. And maybe someday I'll make this into like a book, and then I'll do an inspirational painting of my own that these inspire. Wouldn't that be a great book? Let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, so Leonardo da Vinci. He says here, I wrote down, painting is, and I always read these more than once because it gets clearer and easier for me to read the second time. Okay, painting is basically poetry. No, he didn't say basically. Painting is poetry that is seen rather than felt. And poetry is painting that is felt but not seen. Okay, what do you think of that? I find that it's just interesting to me because he did such wonderful artwork. Yes, Leonardo da Vinci was very well known for the Mona Lisa painting, which is so famous, and of course The Last Supper, and many, many other most incredible works, right? But he did artwork that was so amazing, and he was a scientist, and he was I believe what they call just a multi-gifted artist. And poetry back in those days, you know, was much more considered. It was called the highest form of art, where we would, you know, create with words so well that you could see or visualize the work, right? Or that you could visualize what the poet's saying, and it becomes like a work of art. Okay, and it's very deeply felt when you listen and you hear it. Okay, and it strikes emotions and chords in us, right? And painting is very much that way, but through our eyes, through visual, through seeing the colors and the shapes and the story and the mood and the, you know, emotions that the colors create and all that, right? So they're really doing a very similar thing. They're both art, right? So anyway, I thought that this was a very beautiful and inspiring quote by Leonardo da Vinci. And I've always wanted to do poetry, and I really haven't seemingly moved in that direction. I know some people I know that are painters actually do poetry as well. And prose is a whole nother art too, with words, creating imagery. And so there are many forms of art, and they all express, you know, our inner emotions, strike emotions in the viewer, and is a way of communication about basically the wonders of our lives, the miracles of just living and experiencing life day to day. Something that could be easily taken for granted, or at least, I mean, not everyone has to be creative, you know, in a particular medium, but the wonders of life can be more deeply experienced by creating, whether it be through writing or art or music, So I hope this is inspiring to you and that you will continue to keep working on whatever it is you love to do creatively, whether it be watercolor like myself, music like my husband. I know a person who, people who are in the choir at my church. There's just so many ways, to make our lives so much more colorful, beautiful sounding. Just being out in nature, hearing the birds sing, doesn't always have to be a lot of work involved in enjoying and enriching your life. So I hope and I wish that for you. And I hope you'll keep coming back, and let's get now to that video where we're going to enhance this non-representational piece and create one of the kinds of abstracts that we can do, and then we'll talk about and consider doing other abstract methods to create abstract work, which are equally wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care and enjoy your life.